Hey guys, how's it going? Brandon here, welcome back to another Pokemon Team Builder. This is Gen 4, a roving around Piplup, Prinplup and Empoleon. Now, quick disclaimer before we get into this. This is just a team that I've been using in Gen 4, or used through Gen 4, and found to be a very well balanced, well good team. If you want to change anything about this team, Pokemon, natures, moves, anything, go right for it. It is your journey through Sinnoh. It is your Pokemon journey. But also, make sure to let me know in the comment section below what you would change about the team. By all means, go for it. Let me know. But without further ado, let's get into this. So first up on the list, of course, we have our starter. We have our base. We have Piplup, Prinplup or Empoleon, as you can see on the screen. Quickly run through everything. So you get Piplup at the beginning of the game, of course, from Professor Rowan. It evolves into Prinplup at level 16, and then from Prinplup into Empoleon at level 36. The moveset that I personally go with is Surf and Flash Cannon, just for those good special attacking stabs. Ice Beam to deal with those early grass types, and Hyper Beam just for a good special attacking move on Empoleon in a way. And the nature I go for is Timid, because as you can see from the stats, his lowest stat is definitely in the red, which is his speed at only base 60. So by giving him Timid nature, it's going to up that speed having to outspeed more Pokemon. It's not going to be many Pokemon, but it's going to definitely help him or her, depending on what gender you have, do a little bit extra. And you don't really need the modest nature, because he's already got that base 111 special attack. So he's already going to be hitting pretty hard for a special attack. He's got very good special defense as well, so he's definitely going to be taking those special hits quite well. HP, attack and defense, they're in the middle. They're the amber, so they're pretty average. But again, around when it comes to Empoleon's typing, it's a very unique typing. I love Empoleon's typing. Water Steel is absolutely incredible. I love its design. I love penguins. They're amazing. I think just as an all-round starter Pokemon, it's one of the best in terms of any generation. Empoleon is one of the fan favorites, definitely, just in general. But yes, so that's Empoleon. Moveset: Surf, Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, Hyper Beam, Nature, Timid. Next up on the list, we have our flyer of the team in Starly, Staravia and Staraptor. Now this is general opinion. A lot of people would normally choose to go with Honchkrow in this department, but because of it being a game exclusive, I wanted to do a team that's going to be able to be in all of the games, Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. So that's why in this category I've gone with Staraptor. Of course, normal flying type, the base normal flying starter at the beginning of the game, and to be fair, it's my favourite of all of them. Out of every single normal flying type we've got at the beginning of the game, I'm getting rid of Talonflame in terms of the fire flying. Staravia is my favourite just by design and by moveset, and just how amazing I think it is. The moveset I've gone with is Return, Stab, Max Happiness is going to do a lot of attacks, a lot of damage. Fly for the stab, obviously you need to be flying around, and Fly is not a bad move to have, it's very good. Obviously the accuracy does it down a bit. Close combat, you want to have that close combat. That base 120 damage, yes it does lower it, but with that attack stat of base 120, that thing is going to be hitting hard. And the U-turn, just in case you want to get up out, and its space speed is 100, so it's going to be outspeeding, so if you want to kick off with it, U-turn out just to get some base damage and basically block any next attack that's coming in. When it comes to nature, I did Adamant / Jolly, simply for the fact that it's completely personal preference. Me personally, I like to go with Adamant just because I'm normally a hyper offensive player and I like to hit hard, but I know a lot of people like to run Jolly because 100 base speed sometimes isn't the best to outspeed things that maybe it should be, and having low special defense, maybe it would be a better option to go with Jolly, just so you make sure you take it out in one hit and just make sure you get that first off. So obviously its special attack and special defense are in the red at base 50 and base 60, so it's not going to take that special attack very well, but it's got, I think, very good HP for just a normal flying type. 85 base HP and base 70 defense. They're not the best defensive, but they're in the amber, so they're very average, they're very normal, but personally I think it's one of the better of the normal flying types. Like I said, it's my personal favourite. Obviously you get a Starly on Route 101 or Route 102 I believe, and you get the Starly, and then it evolves into Staravia at level 14, and then from Staravia into Staraptor at level 34. So yes, second on the team is Staraptor. Moveset: Return, Fly, Close Combat, U-turn, Nature, Adamant / Jolly. Next up in the team, you guys, we have Shinx, Luxio and Luxray. Luxray for me is just such a good Pokemon. Its stats are very average, but for me, I always enjoy using Luxray. Its appearance is great. That base 120 attack for me always does it. That's why I go with the Jolly nature, just to up its speed so we can outspeed a couple more. When we go to the moveset, we have Crunch, Spark, Iron Tail and Giga Impact. Spark for that stab. A lot of people question its base electric attack. I like to just use Spark. It's there. It's base 60 power. It's nothing special, but it's still there. It's got Stab, base 120 attack. You know, it's doing damage. Crunch, Iron Tail, and Giga Impact. They're not stabbed, but they are good coverage just to have on him. You get a Shinx. Then it evolves into Luxray at level 15, then from Luxray into Luxray at level 30. So it's a good early evolution Pokemon in a way. Obviously being level 30, you've got a final evolution Pokemon, so it does the damage for a long way through the game. And then by the end of the game, it's that solid team member that's been used throughout the whole of the game, and it does its job well. So yes, our third team member is Luxray, moveset Spark, Crunch, Iron Tail, Giga Impact, Nature, Jolly. The fourth member of our Sinnoh team is going to be Budew, Roselia, and Roserade, the grass type for this team. Looking at its stats, HP 60 is actually its lowest stats, so it hasn't got the best HP. Its attack you're not going to want to bother with. It can't really take a defensive or physical attack very well. But then we get to the lower half. 125 base special attack. Boom! This thing hits specially like a fucking tank. Special defense, it takes hits like a tank. You know, it specially attacks Thunderbolt, Flamethrower. It's going to be taking a Flamethrower, you know? And then speed is 90 base speed, which I think is above average, but I go with the Timid Nature to boost it even more, so it's going to be outspeeding some things as well. Moveset, Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb for its stab move, Toxic for a nice status move there, and Shadow Ball for coverage. But when it comes to evolution, I feel like the entire team, it's the hardest to evolve into its final form, but you will get there eventually. You need Budew to evolve into Roselia. You need to get a nice happiness during the daytime, and then from Roselia into Roserade you need to find a shiny stone and use that. If I remember correctly, there's a shiny stone later on in the game, and it's about the time when Roselia is like a little bit out of its depth and it needs to be able to evolve, and then when you finally do, you've got that powerhouse in Roserade. So our fourth team member for the Sinnoh team is Budew, Roselia, and Roserade. Moving on to the fifth member of our team for this Sinnoh team builder is Rapidash, our fire type of the team builder. Now, when it comes to fire types in Sinnoh, there's not really much option, but when it comes to it, you're kind of forced, I guess, if you don't choose Infernape, to choose Rapidash. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with this Pokemon. It is going to be a very crucial member of your team. Looking at the stats, its HP is as low as 65, but then the rest of it are either average or very well. It's got a base 100 attack. There's nothing wrong with a base 100 attack. 70 defense, yeah, it's average. Special attacks 80 and special defense is 80, so they're about average, just a little bit above. And then the highest stat in base 105 speed. That's why we'll go with the Adamant Nature, just to boost the attack to get it on the level with the speed. So it's going to outspeed a lot of things. As you can see by its Pokédex, it has an astonishing acceleration from standstill and can reach top speed within 10 seconds. That's a quick Pokemon. That's a very quick Pokemon. With its moveset, it's Flare Bits for that stab fire, Poison Jab for coverage, Mega Horn very well, and then Bounce. A very robust and very coverage moveset. But yes, when it comes to the evolution, you get a Ponyta, and it'll evolve into Rapidash at level 40. But yeah, the fifth team member of our Sinnoh is Rapidash. And finally, our sixth and final team member of this team builder, we have Garchomp. It has to be done. If you ever play through Sinnoh, or whenever I play through Sinnoh, I'm sorry, but I have to use a Garchomp. You guys know I love my Dragon Pokemon, and this one is no different. This is by far the MVP of the team when it comes to stats and just all-round greatness. Don't get me wrong, the rest of the team can put in work, but nothing hits harder than this motherfucking Garchomp. I'm sorry. As you can see, let's go through this real quick. Moveset, Dragon Claw and Earthquake. Essential, it's stab moves. Hitting very hard, that Dragon Claw and Earthquake. You can go Outrage for extra power if you want, but I don't like the being locked in the confusion and not shit. Crunch for coverage and Stone Edge, again, two very strong moves to have on this Mon. HP, 108 HP, 130 base attack, 95 defense, 85 special defense. With that, it can tank a hit. This thing can be bulky or it can be physical. It can even be special if you wanted to. I've seen special Garchomp sets. 102 base speed. I've seen this thing outspeed and conquer things. That's why I go with the Jolly Nature. It's outspeeding even more things. And with that base 130 attack, it's hitting things and things are dying. You're going to want to get a Gibble. It evolves into Gabite at level 24 and then Gabite into Garchomp at level 48. This thing's a monster. It's a dragon. It's dragon ground type. It's Garchomp. I love it. It is the final team member of this team builder. So that is it for this team builder, you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Definitely make sure you hit that like button down below if you agree with the team, you think is a very well balanced team. But also I want you guys to comment what you would change about the team, what teams you have used through Sinnoh. Also subscribe if you're new around here. Make sure you vote for the next team builder. Let me know what team builders you want to see. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, 4, 5, 6. gen remakes, you know, all that good shit, anything like that, definitely make sure you let me know in the comments section below what you want to see or what you would change. But I'd like to thank you also very much for watching. Like I've already said, the final team is going across your stream right now: Empoleon, Staraptor, Luxray, Roserade, Rapidash, and Garchomp. If you guys have any questions for me, definitely make sure you put it down in the comment section below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at SuperSailor93. Everything you need is in the description down below. But I'm going to get up out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!